So how did it feel running Rainbow Row, your creation?
I like to think it's a joint creation between myself and obviously Marathon Events. It's something that we kind of came up with together, so it's a joint thing. But it was getting like when I was at mile 20, I was dying. My legs were in agony, and the one thing I kept thinking, I can't stop. I've got to get to Rainbow Row, and I've got to get there before Denise has to go home and pick up her daughter. And she was DJing at the time. So getting to Rainbow Row was amazing, and just running down it, everyone was going mad. I'm going, oh my god, they think I'm Madonna, but they don't, they're not. But the funny thing was, I'd arranged that we'd do a photo on stage when we got there, but there were barriers in front, and I thought, how do I get this? So I was like trying to get over, but my legs were so tired that I had 4 people carry me over the barrier, go on stage, do a picture with Denise, Kitty Scott-Claus and Duncan James, and we did a whole group photo. That was amazing, and I'm thinking, oh, I've got to go and do another 5 miles. So then I walked back, and then there's that barrier again, and I'm going, this is so embarrassing. I can't get, my legs are too tired to get over. So again, I got carried over, and I think I lost all dignity when they carried me over, but I ran away, so I don't mind.
Sounds glamorous.
Yeah.
And have you run the marathon before, or is this your first time?
This is my 13th.
Oh, wow.
And this has been a really tough year for me because I did an injury in January, and I've not been able to recover from it because obviously I was training, so I would never recovered. So every training run's been really painful, and I was mentally not in the right place, thinking this is going to be really hard, because there's some runs where I got to mile 11, the pain was so much I had to stop in training. So I kind of had like nemesis on the run going. So when I hit mile 11, I'm going, is the injury going to kick in now, and things like that. So I kept on thinking unlucky 13, but actually now, ta-da, it's lucky 13.
Well, you've done really well to finish.
Do you know what? It's a really weird year because you think that it's raining, the weather's horrible, and this is really hard. But actually, what makes it amazing is everybody on the route of the marathon cheering you on, and they're standing there in the rain supporting you. And actually, it makes it more special because they're actually standing there in the not nice conditions and staying there and supporting everyone is incredible. And just seeing so many people out there was just amazing today. It was more emotional because of that.
Do you think the event's become more inclusive over the years you've been running it, at least?
It is definitely 100%, and it's going to become even more inclusive. I think that is the goal of the London Marathon, and it's, you know what, to be working with them to create things like Rainbow Row, and I know that they want to do other things as well. It makes it more and more inclusive. Every sporting event needs to feel inclusive. Everybody needs to feel, whatever the sport is, if you love that sport, whoever you are, you should be able to do it. And I think we need to see those changes in all sports, and I think London Marathon is definitely leading the way.
And why is it so important in your view?
I think it's so important because I think everyone should feel like, for me, like I've lived with an eating disorder. I started running because I had an eating disorder. I didn't really know much about mental health. I didn't really understand much about mental health until COVID, and I think it made me realise that my eating disorder is to do with my mental health. Even though I've lived with it for years, I had no understanding of it. And I think now, that everyone needs to feel that if there's something that you can do that's going to help you, you should be able to do it. And I think so if you're nervous about running, or you should be made to feel you can do this. And I think and anyone can do it. It doesn't matter who you are. And I think so the more I remember when I was back at school, only a couple of years ago, but when I was at school, I didn't feel part of, I didn't learn anything about sport. I didn't feel like I could get involved in sport. It's only later on in my life that things like the London Marathon made me feel welcome, that made me feel like I can do this. And we should be starting a lot younger in making everyone, it doesn't matter who you are. And also, you don't necessarily have to be good at sport to do sport. I remember in my school report, my PE teacher wrote down he lacked the natural ability to succeed. So if he is reading this, watching this now, I just ran 13 marathons, so I don't really lack it. But I think that's what's so important. Everybody should feel like whatever your abilities are, whoever you are, that you can do this.
Thank you. Thanks very much.